let's say, because this is the old law school question in community property.
Yes.
Um, uh, if you have a separate property, so a business before you got married.
Right.
Okay.
So
So the characterization, we characterize separate property, right? Because that's the character. So then you get married. Okay. And then his efforts or her efforts in the business create a community component typically to that business. And we have the Van Camp Pereira analysis. Okay. So and I'll be as, I guess, as plain as I can be.
please do.
Okay. So I think it was Van Camp. I mean, the pork and bean guy wasn't. So he showed up, he had a business that was characterized as separate property.
Pork and beans was his business, right?
I think it was. Yeah.
Let's clarify
That
that.
wasn't like a nickname
No.
he earned some
Yes.
nefarious way.
Yeah. So,
Just want to make that clear.
so but he didn't really do anything in the business. He just showed up and picked up his check.
Right.
So the wife said, well, wait a minute, I get a portion of that business because he worked there. Well, he really didn't. He just gone there and picked up a portion of his check. So the community had no interest. As opposed to Pereira, I think that's the right case. I could be mixing them up, but okay. But it's been
I wouldn't correct you.
48 years,
Yeah, right.
But the concepts are these. If I'm a widget maker and I have my widget business before I get married, and then I get married and I make more widgets and I improve my widget business. So the widget business grows and the community's interest in the business grows. So that's the difference between those two analysis. If a separate property business is characterized as separate property, the guy who owns the business really doesn't do anything. The community,
Passive income.
group,
Okay,
I just take my income, and then you also get into reasonable comp. The widget maker, was he paid reasonable comp when he was married, so the community doesn't acquire an interest in it, perhaps because everything he did, he took out of his business and supported the community. So those are the theories and the analysis that typically go